about, my insights towards the Champions League, PSV, those guys are like boogeyman. Like, you know how Barcelona used to be our boogeyman? Like every time they would line us up with these guys. And I guess they felt that if Barcelona turns up again in the draw, we're certainly going to smell something. So they had to give us another boogie, guys.
So will join us in a minute. I hope you guys are having a good day.
My day is over. My day is over.
Yeah, it's true. I forgot you guys are back home in Africa. We're still, this is 3 p.m. here.
Oh, Chioma is here. I didn't know that. I thought she was
she was saying hi to you.
No, I heard her now.
Okay.
But you were saying that we were both, I didn't know she was here. I thought she was in America with you people.
No, she's in Abuja.
See, I'm laughing.
She's in Abuja.
Oh, okay. All right.
I mean, Abuja.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sai is here too. How are you,
Sorry
bro?
for being late. Am I audible?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, bro. Perfect. Let's start.
Yeah.
Transit TV. Welcome to our new Transit UEFA English team show. On this show, we're going to be looking at the English teams that qualify for Champions League this season. We'll be previewing their games together and as well looking at the performance after the games on Wednesday. Around Wednesday or Thursday, the video will be dropping. So our viewers, look out for this show on our channel. The debut show, I'm having Richard, Chioma, and Sat with me today. Look at the games for Manchester City, as we know, Arsenal, Manchester United, and Newcastle. These are the 4 teams representing England this season in the Champions League. And it's starting tomorrow with City playing their first game at home to a Portuguese team. I don't know how to sound this name. It's a Crivena Ferved, something like that.
I got the Anglophone name, actually. I know the Anglophone.
Okay.
It's a Red Star Belgrade or something. Red Star Belgrade, because their stadium is also Red Star. So it's safer when you use the Anglophone name for them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Chioma, for that.
They're not Portuguese, yes. They're from is it Serbia?
Oh yeah, that's
Serbian team. Sorry.
Right.
Then Newcastle will be traveling to Italy to play with AC Milan. Arsenal, of course, we know will be hosting PSV at home, a regular customer to the Emirates, and United will be traveling to Germany to face Bayern Munich. So it's quite some interesting fixtures right there. And we're looking at those games today, especially the Arsenal PSV game. We'll run through the other 3 fixtures and later in the show, we'll be discussing Arsenal PSV in detail. So with me today is Richard, like I said earlier, Chioma and Sa, and we're going to do justice to these features. And guys, you are welcome to the show.
Reggie, thank you so much. Good evening, viewers. Good evening, Chioma. Good evening, Sa.
Yes, viewers, before we start, don't forget to hit the subscription button if you have not done so yet, because we can see a lot of people are liking our content, they're watching. Some get carried away and forget to subscribe and like our videos. So we can see the watch hours are really big. That means you're enjoying the show. We thank you for that. We are still on the project, 2,000 subscribers before the end of this month. We are almost there. We're begging and counting on you guys to hit those buttons and support this cause. So let's start with AC Milan traveling to Italy. This game looks like it's going to be one of the tasty games of the series. When the group stages draw was made, that group was docked, a group of death, as we say it in Africa, with some very huge and successful teams out there. Don't forget that we have Dortmund and PSG in that same group. So it's going to be interesting. And whoever wins the first game or win your home games is going to be very, very important, because the margins look like they're going to be very slim in that group. Let me start with you. AC Milan were semi-finalists last season. They got knocked out by Inter Milan, who went ahead to play the finals with Man City. What's your overall thought about this game? What do you think is going to happen? Because it looks like AC Milan is a little bit high flying this season. They have only lost one game to their neighborhood rivals, Inter Milan, which was a huge loss of 5-1. The other 4 games they have won, they have scored about 13 goals this season, conceding 9. Newcastle on the other side are finding it difficult to score goals. They've lost 3 games in the league and won just 2. So what do you expect to happen in this game, Richard? Any thoughts?
Well, historically, the Champions League, it doesn't favor teams that don't have history in the competition. I mean, Manchester City were the first new winners since, I think, 2000 and when did Chelsea win it for the first time? I think 2012.
12 years.
They were the last new winners before Manchester City, and Newcastle haven't won it. Yeah, they've been in the competition before, but they haven't been in it for 20 years.
Yes, yeah.
AC Milan are I think they're is it the second most successful team in the competition?
Behind Real Madrid.
Behind Madrid. So so they have history. So the way it generally works, and Italian teams too, they're very good at cup competitions. They know how to do what they need to do at home. Do what they need to do at home, and then do enough in the away leg to get through. So, well, I don't think I'd be very surprised if Newcastle gets a result. I believe that Milan will be that side, but but we'll see. But I don't. I think Milan will win that tie, especially as it's at home. Yeah. I think that Newcastle, they're stronger at home, and their fans are very, very passionate. So they have a good chance. Yeah. No, I'm saying that Newcastle, if they were at home, maybe they have a better chance because their fans are.
Of course. Yeah, Newcastle is a footballing city. Yeah.
Exactly. But I don't really hold out much hope for Newcastle away to AC Milan. That's
Chioma, do you have any different thoughts from Richard on this one?
I don't think I do. It's looking the way Richard said it. I mean, Newcastle having been, before the international break, I felt like they needed that break to go back and, juggle around some help tips that would help them get back to where they were last season. Because defensively, as of last season, I could tell you that their defense was what kept them really, on the surface and kept them going for a while. But this season, I know it's just been, some games anyway, but their defense, the once dreaded defense of, Newcastle that kept them alive last season is shaking. So there are a lot of things that are not balanced about them. So do I think that this game with AC Milan, we're talking about AC Milan, we don't even need to come and start doing the list of players that are playing there or their bench or something like that. But I think it's not about being easy. They might not be picking up points here.
Yes, sir. Do you have any comments or we'll move to the next one? Because for me, Newcastle, I don't see them getting anything from this game. My reason mainly because this is in Newcastle. If you remember in our last show that involved Newcastle, I said something about them not having identity. It looks like Eddie Howe has got lost in what he wants to do with the team. They try to pack the balls. They try to be expansive in one time. Another time they're doing something else. So I don't know if he wants to play expansive football. I think he should go ahead and develop the team to have that mentality. Of course, sometimes when you go away, no matter how expansive you want to play, you can respect teams, but not just playing low blocks. So Newcastle this season, I think they have caught themselves in the confusion of not really knowing how to approach games. And that has continued so far. In 5 games, they've lost 3 in the league. That's not a good record at all. One of the games they lost, very heavily. I think it was 5-1 to, was it Aston Villa or West Ham? I can't remember. So I don't think that the Newcastle would do anything serious in this game. If they manage to get any result from this game, it's going to be a miracle. So I share the thoughts of Chioma and Richard on this game. I don't know if you have anything different to talk about.
I mean, yeah, to this game, I do have a different opinion. I have a feeling like, look, Newcastle are playing in the Champions League. I don't know after how many years. It's been a while, right? I mean, it's their first Champions League game. How many, sorry? 20.
20
years.
20.
There you go. So I still feel, I mean, they're capable of getting a draw. They're not winning according to me, but I see them coming back with a draw, like maybe like 2-2 draw or something like that, or maybe 1-1. So I have a feeling this game can end up as a draw rather than them being like getting defeated away in Italy. Because let's be honest, it's like the group of death, right? And everyone is there to fight the hardest in this one, I feel. So I mean, I honestly feel they're going to lose. I mean, Milan has been playing like recently. They have been so much better in past 2 years. But still, I have a feeling that Newcastle will get a point out of this game. But yeah,
okay.
let's see, man.
I hear you. I hear you. We'll see how
match day 1, man. So looking forward to this.
Reggie, I think the other thing about Newcastle is that I think why they haven't done as well as maybe I expected. They've had injuries. There were people that were very key in their midfield last season that have really not featured this season. Joelinton and Joe Willock, for example.
Yeah.
Tonali.
Joe Willock especially. Joelinton has played a little bit this
but he didn't play in the last match.
Yeah.
He didn't play in the last. Joelinton didn't play, and this human being, Tonali, the new signing from AC Milan, coincidentally, didn't play in the last match, and I think they felt that was they missed him, and I don't know when they're back. I didn't do any background to actually find out when Willock is not going to play. I know he can't play, but I'm not sure about Tonali and Joelinton. So I think Newcastle actually they're missing something. Yes, they're missing something in midfield, and Isak is not play. I think Isak is missing that support that he gets from those midfielders. So So those are, I think those are factors also.
It is. Well, like I said, one of the things that Newcastle did very well last season, and I had huge respect. In fact, coming to this season, I was thinking they're going to be one of the teams that we really push Arsenal and City. Considering how they did last season and the players they got this summer. But I've really been disappointed, not with the performance of the team, but the way the coach has set up the team in games. It seems not to. The teams that are supposed to come out and dismantle and move on, they tend to be very, very conservative. Again, they're playing against big teams as well. He plays low block and try to hit teams on the counter. So it looks like they have identity crisis. He's not been able to move. It's one thing to achieve something. Another thing is to move, take the next step. So Newcastle doesn't seem like a team that are ready to take the next step in what they achieved last season. So that's my only fear. And in Champions League, like you rightly said, there's no pity. They don't have, if you don't show up with your A game, they take you out and move on.
And Reggie, you have to also take into consideration they've actually sold their most dynamic player. The wild card, if you like, was Saint Maximin. He was the person that he was the X factor, and they've sold him.
Yeah, but if you look back, one of the reasons why they let him go wasn't because they wanted to sell him. If you remember last season, he had a lot of injury issues, and so most of even what they achieved last season, he wasn't hugely part of it. Yes, in games when he was available, he did bits, but for a large portion of the season, he was not available because he was always injured. And to be honest with you, I don't really fancy St. Maximan. I know he has his trickery. I know he's fast, but there are some players that they do all they put fear in you, but their own product is not always there. Just like what we watched at Bournemouth yesterday. They opened up Chelsea so many times, but you know that the end product is going to, end of the day, hit somebody corner, or they don't really get results from there. So I don't see him as a player that has end product. He has the qualities, but let me. The example was Mitoma in Brighton last season and the season before. I didn't used to worry about him because there was no end product to his dribbling, but now he has improved his ability. Now he scores goals. Now he gets assists. So because it's of no use when you dribble 5 players and you can't provide an assist and you can't score goals. I'm sure if we dig up his statistics, you will see that.
I think he has provided a couple of assists anyway. And he gets the ball moving on the wing.
That's what I'm saying. He does all that. But when you go and check his stats in Newcastle, I'm sure we can dig it up. You will see that he's nowhere close to his ability. That's my point. It's not that he can get those dribbles, but most times he's one time too many.
Do you know that Newcastle's best performance last year? They didn't win the match. They drew the match, but their best performance was against City at home. Mm-hmm. They completely outplayed City. The match finished 3-2.
Yeah, I remember that game.
Remember that game?
Yeah, I remember that game. Yeah.
St. Maximin, he terrorized them. It was outrageous. So, well, like you said, maybe he's fitness issues. But I read that also that the coach didn't want to sell him. It was I don't know. I think it was a business decision, a financial fair play thing.
Okay, fair enough. That might be true, but I know he misses a lot of games because of injury. And when you go away for 2 months, 3 months, you come back, they ease you into the team. And Newcastle we are doing good. So when he comes back from those injuries, he doesn't get to the team right away. He has to wait for his time, sometimes 2-3 games before they start starting him in again. Before you know it, he goes back again. So
and the other thing is, so it's just finally that I don't want to sort of belabor the point, but you realize that they don't have a player like that. They haven't replaced him.
Yeah, the only thing close to him is Amaron.
Isaac.
Amaron tries. Amaron is close to on the wings. I mean on the wings. No, he's fast.
No,
Amaron is fast. He got a lot of goals last season. I think at some point he was the highest goal scorer until I think Isaac picked up. Amaron is
he's I think the highest goal scorer is actually Wilson. He was scoring lots of goals towards the end of last season.
Yeah, he scored. I think he got 17 goals.
Yeah, but he's not an unpredictable player. He's a typical English centre forward.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, so we move to City. Of course, we expect them to wrap up this one, but I don't know. Sir might be having different thoughts on this one. City, we know, won the Champions League last season, and they are facing Crevena ZZ that currently, I think they're currently third on the table out there in Zagreb. 15 points after 6 games, I think. After 7 games, they have 15 points. Oh, sir, what's your thought? I believe City will wrap up this one. They're playing at Etihad. They've scored 15. They have been scoring goals for fun this season. I don't see them having any problems getting 3 points in this game.
Yeah, man, big time. City is going to win this one. I don't know if they're going to score maybe 3, 4, 5. At least they're winning with a 3-goal difference. That's what I feel. So I don't know how this team is capable to put a fight against them, if they're capable basically or not. And I have no clue about this league, honestly. I see they're third on the table, 7 games played, 15 points. But I feel, bro, it's like Serbian league, the competition versus EPL. I don't think so. They can put a fight against City, honestly. But all I can expect from this team is to stop them from scoring as many as they want. Maybe they can just slow them down. But no, they don't stand a chance against them.
Yeah, I
Sure.
know teams from that region, if they are playing at home, it can be a little weary because of the weather, because it's usually very cold from that region. When teams travel from Central Europe to that area, they find it difficult to compete. But playing in England, I think it's going to be a little one time too much for them to deal with. Richard and Chioma, do you guys have any different opinion?
What if they come? Because yeah, I know they're actually underdogs, right?
Yeah.
They're underdogs in football. And if these guys, what they say they are in Serbia, hence how they qualified for the Champions League time, what if they come and pack bus? What if they just know how to stop the midfield from feeding Haaland?
Yeah, City are used to that.
What if exactly?
They play against against bosses, not bosses every week in, week out. So they are used to it.
No, but that's the thing. You see, you remember the Champions League finals? I actually had a conversation with someone, and I was telling the person that what was going to happen is once you kick out the engine room, Pep has always played this formation. Everything, he's starting the fire in the middle. Do you understand? Yes, every fire, whatever he's cooking, is going to cook it from the middle. Yeah, he's good on the wings. You had the likes of Bernardo Silva playing from the wings and Jack Grealish making people dizzy on the wing. But once you get City's midfield, it looks like the strikers get blind. And then the wingers tend to, overwork themselves and then don't even get much goal. So what if these Serbians, those beautiful people coming from Serbia would just come and shock all of us?
Yeah, it's very possible. Of course, the reason why the game has to be played is because the result is not known until the game is played. Of course, is very, very possible, but we're talking about percentages here. Maybe when you have 90 to 10, then it's going to be a mountain to climb. We know that exactly, again, against Inter Milan, Inter Milan has better quality than this team going forward, so they couldn't do it. So I don't see any chances for them. Like I said, of course, it's still possible, Chioma, but I know you're not going to put even 100 naira on this one. Richard, any?
I would like to say one thing about this game. Who doesn't want to see a game in which a team is putting up a fight against City and they can get a draw against them or something. We would especially Arsenal fans we would love to see that.
Exactly.
When City gets hurt,
Exactly. Yeah, that's true though. That's true.
Yeah.
Richard, you have any thoughts?
One of these Belgrade teams have actually won this competition. Do you know?
What year was
I don't know if it's Red Star. I don't know if it's Red Star or Partizan. When it was the European Cup.
Yeah.
In the 90s. I don't know if I can't remember if it's Red Star. They beat, funnily enough, I even think they beat Barcelona for more people. I'd have to check it. I should have checked it before the show, frankly. But and Arsenal have played them in this competition, and it wasn't easy. I think
easy, yeah.
Remember
going away, but this one is in England.
Away.
That's what I've said. Yeah, yes. going away is always difficult to play against them.
Yes.
I know.
I think what happened with Arsenal was I think they got a draw away, and they managed to beat them
at home.
At home, if I remember, I can't remember. It was a while ago. But the point I'm making is that, like I said earlier, the thing about this competition is that it's all about pedigree, and this team, strangely, they have pedigree. So let's be watching. And they played, they played they're more into the season than City are. They played I think 7 or 8 games in their own season. So that it's not anybody's game. That's not true. City are massive favorites, but there are other things that maybe should be taken into consideration. The fact that they have pedigree, they regularly play this competition. They're not a team. They don't play. So it's not. It's highly likely that City will win, but it's not a foregone conclusion.
Yeah, I think you're correct, Richard. It's Resta Belgrade that has won the Champions League.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
They are the ones. They're the ones.
Exactly.
I just looked it up.
Exactly. So they have more pedigree than Arsenal.
In 1991,
exactly.
they played against no, I think it's Olympique Marseille.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
On penalty.
They beat a good team then.
Sorry?
So
they beat a good team, a big team.
Yeah, in 1991. It was ended in penalties. I think it was a draw.
In fact, when they beat them, Marseille, I think, were defending champions.
Yeah.
Oh, no. So. Yeah. Shocking.
So, yeah. So
sign me up. I want to bet 15 naira.
Okay, now you know, right? Now you know. That's why Google is your friend. Okay, well, we'll see how it goes. The game is tomorrow. We'll see. Then we have Manchester United traveling to Germany to be guests to Bayern Munich. We know Bayern Munich has recent years have always had good record against English teams, aside Man City dismantling them last season. Bayern are always favorite to win the competition every year in recent history. Currently, I think they are second on their league, behind the Leverkusen Xhaka, the Xhaka machine. Last week, they played out a 2-2 draw on Friday between these two teams. It was a fierce game. And United, on the other hand, have lost 3 out of 5 games. It's not looking good for them. They find difficult scoring goals, but on the other hand, Bayern is free scoring. I don't know how you guys. I saw a troll today. Somebody posted in another forum that United fans wrote Bayern Munich that they should take the 3 points, that they're not coming for the game. So I don't know if you, if you guys are not looking good for United right now. Sir, what's your crystal ball telling you about this game? How is it going to pan out?
I mean, this game, man, first of all, Bayern Munich, whenever I talk about this team, Champions League, and I talk about us, I'm like, oh, I never want to face them, you know. But I mean, they're facing United tomorrow, and I'm expecting them to win, obviously. I mean, United, they lost 3-1 to us, Brighton. I mean, sometimes, you know, this is the thing about United. They have so many injuries, though, right now, but this is the thing about them. Sometimes when you don't expect them to show up, they are losing, they just show up. But I still have a feeling like against Bayern, no, they can't just, you know, like come up with a victory for sure. And not even a draw. So, yeah, man, like Bayern, I feel they're gonna like it's gonna be really one-sided. I feel so, and I hope it's one-sided because I don't want United to like, you know, show up in the Premier League battle later on, like put their morale down, just, you know, put them down, bring them to relegation battle. That's what I want for them.
Chioma, what do you think is going to happen in this game?
You saw me dancing. This is a drum dance. You know how Harry Kane is going to beat United. Beats them like a drum. And who knows where Lewandowski is? Where is he?
He has moved now. He has moved. Yeah, they're not missing him at all.
So, do you understand? So nobody's even thinking about him, but you know that this is Harry Kane's time. And of course, we know how he likes the United game. He
I hear
is.
you. I hear you.
Is the fact that I feel sorry for United because I really love them. But like this is the worst time to play Bayern Munich. Really. Like when they are at their lowest, their defenders. I mean, Martinez, I think he's still getting better, you know, recuperating. Their goalkeeper is being trolled for not being goalkeeper enough, for, you know, he's the person he replaced. And I don't know where they are at mentally. You know, I talked about it the last time. Administration is something is happening there. the players, a lot of things are happening. Rashford seems to be out of it, it's crazy.
Yeah,
So for me,
Richard, okay, go ahead, Chioma. Yeah, I don't think there's Richard, do you have anything
3
to say
goals.
about that game?
10 for 3 goals, 15 naira for every goal Hurricane scored.
Okay, we'll see how it goes. Richard, over to you. You're mute.
Bayern will win. There's no Bayern. There's no.
I like that. Bam.
Yeah, just like Sir said, under Ole, United had this reputation of sometimes showing up in games like this when they are at their lowest. Unfortunately, it looks like the players are not playing for Ten Hag this time. There's so much of pitch issues going on with the club that it looks like there's no unity in that team. But if United manage to galvanize themselves, they have what it takes to, put up a fight and sometimes come out with a surprise. With the pace of Rashford on the wings and Garnacho on the other side, with this new guy that they signed, Højlund, I mean, for now, we don't know what he can do in EPL, but coming from Italy, that means he has some foreign experience. He can also help them do big.
Is that something?
I'm not going to say United is winning this game, but I'm saying that they had, sometimes they do it. They put, they show up with some kind of a surprise and use their X factor. But Bayern Munich is going to be too much for them to handle in this one. And what a way to start a campaign in Champions League and not having hope of, getting a point from your first game of the series. It's going to really be difficult. It's a difficult time for United fans now and the players. And as an English fan, I will only hope that they find a way to galvanize themselves. And unfortunately, they lost again over the weekend at home. Don't know how Ten Hag is going to do this. It's really going to be difficult for them. Then we, well, we would only hope and pray for them as English fans, English team, and see.
And give them a hug.
If they can pull up any surprises in this one and come back with some form of result, a draw, or who knows, maybe a 1-0.
I mean, yeah, I feel a draw is possible in this game for them because look, like Bayern, they just played Bayern Leverkusen, right?
Yeah,
Xhaka, man, I need to watch the highlights of that game because of him. So I mean, if they can have a draw against them, I mean, United can do something, come up with something in this game and get a draw, like doing the real talk right now. But again, I want them to go as close as possible to the relegation spot in the league. So please be so bad.
I hear you.
In my head, I'm going like, Nehi, no, it's not possible.
At least for some minutes, because right now they are.
It's 3 goals. Hurricane 1, 2, 3.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, we'll see. If I can see your charge for this video, you just want to bury United. But don't forget that at some point they're going to do something, pull something out of the bag and start their season. Who knows if it's going to be in Munich? You never know.
What are they going to pull out of the bag? Who?
Yeah, the viewers, don't forget to, we're having fun here. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so. Hit the like button and let's get the numbers up. And we expect that you will do so. Also, let us know your United fans. I know we have a lot of you on this channel. Let us know what you think. Do you have any hope for your team going into this game? Do you think you can, pull up some surprises and come back with some kind of result from Germany after this game? Then we move to the game of the series. Arsenal are home to PSV. We know Arsenal is coming back to Champions League after 6 years of not participating in this competition. Mikel Arteta somehow has built a machine that is becoming a household strong challenger to City in the league, and they managed to qualify. They missed out the season before narrowly to Tottenham, but last season Arsenal put up what many call a surprise and sustained the title charge only to lose out the league to City on about 4 or 5 points. This season, many expect them to also, as a matter of a successful season in Europe, get up to at least quarterfinal or semi-finals in this competition, meaning that they should do well in the group stage. But if you're an Arsenal fan, when you hear PSV, you don't really want to hear it, because this team is one of the boogie teams in Europe that have worried Arsenal in the last few years. The last 5 times they have met, PSV has won twice, Arsenal won twice, and they had in 6 times they met. It's been 2 wins, both apiece, and 2 draws. And they knocked Arsenal out of the Europa League the last time they met. If you remember, Arsenal beat them 1-0 away, and they came to the Emirates and scored 2 goals. So some people who don't know this history think Arsenal should run away with this one, but they've proven to be a very difficult customer to Arsenal each time they meet. Arsenal met them, I think, in 2002 Champions League. We managed, that was in the group stage. In 2004, we met as well. 2007, we also played with them, and last season, we met them in the Europa League, and they knocked Arsenal out as well 2 years ago. So it looks to be an intriguing one, a very tricky feature for Arsenal. And they are also first on the table in the Dutch league, so which means they are flying, and they're not a team to look down on. They scored 15 goals, considered just for having almost 11 goals advantage. Arsenal on the other side is 4th on the table, though then the same point with second, third, and third in 13 points after 4 games. So for me, it should be an interesting game to watch for the neutrals. I don't know how you guys think this one is going to pan out. So let's go with you.
So this game, first of all, kudos Mikel Arteta. Thanks for, like tomorrow we're gonna watch a Champions League game, the Champions League anthem at the stadium, Emirates Stadium. Mikel Arteta, what a legend, bro. Like, he got us back there. So hats off to this guy.
Yeah.
And yeah, like going on to the game, like I feel it's not going to be an easy one. As you spoke about Europa League, like I just saw the stats, like at their home when we went away to them, like we lost 2-0 to them. Like when they came to us, we did win 1-0, and right now I just saw like they're scoring 3.25 goals per match. So I mean, we got to stay on top of it while defending, man. I mean, they're not just coming there to, like be like they won't be okay with the draw. They're coming there to win because it's Champions League. No team is going there to like, get a draw or a point and just be like, okay, we're good, unless you are facing City and it's some like, but that Serbian team too, man, I didn't know their history, so now I have more expectations from them. But anyway, coming back to our game, it's not gonna be easy, man. Like I think we should win this one for sure, but we got to stay on top, man. Like every other second, just like we played against Everton, we bossed them like that 1-0 win. So we got to stay on top of it, especially defensively because of their goal scoring record. They're on number 1 in their league. So yeah, man, and I'm looking forward to see Trossard to start, man. He deserves to start. He has to start in the Champions League game or on Sunday.
Okay.
And
yeah, so Chioma, let me ask you, Mikel Arteta has managed to, as usual, create some form of like call it problem or call it talking point for himself. He's all over the media. This his new style of looking at goalkeepers as just as players. He can play either of them. Now we have David Raya. He came in yesterday and did very well against Everton. The Ramsey has not put really any foot wrong since the season, but he started out that one. Me personally, I felt the reason why he didn't play yesterday was because Arteta was resting, giving him a rest for the game on Wednesday. What do you think is going to happen, and what do you think should happen? Who should be in goal for us now in this game?
I mean, I thought the same thing you thought, because, this argument has been going all over the place on social media. I mean, I had to debunk a statement on Twitter or X, because the person was like, oh, Arsenal's backup keeper. I'm like, what is a backup keeper? Is there a word like a backup goalkeeper anywhere? Because I mean, you have Alisson and Edison in Brazil, and nobody is a backup keeper there. You don't even know who is backing up who, so it's not a thing. So I always have this thing about Arsenal always wanting to have goalkeepers as more as they needed. I would tell anybody who cares to listen to me, we didn't need Czech, but we got Czech. Why we got him, I don't know. I still don't even know why we got him. But there has always been a tradition of having available guys at the goalposts, okay, to kick. So I know and I believe that the reason Raya played was because Aaron has to be rested, okay? Because if you're coming to Champions League, I'm not saying Raya is not good enough. He's a very great balling goalkeeper. I love his distribution, very beautiful. I enjoyed watching him against Everton. But Aaron comes with the drama. Okay, Aaron is born with the Champions League drama, you know, his distribution, his body language, you know, the raw about him. He has the body language, okay, which I think even Raya, I believe, you know, he's getting some props from Ramsdale already. So if anybody's asking us what we think about, yes, of course, Mikel is going to always be in the news for doing crazy things. Apparently, his crazy ways is saving us a great deal. So if I'm asked to, you know, comment on this, this is what I tell people. There's no number one keeper in Arsenal. We have never had since Seaman. Quote me anywhere. I don't think we've ever had any number one. So that's my response to that. And if you're going to ask me about, you know, my insights towards the Champions League, PSV, those guys are like boogeyman. Like, you know how Barcelona used to be our boogeyman? Like every time they would line us up with these guys. And I guess they felt that if Barcelona turns up again in the draw, we're certainly going to smell something. So they had to give us another boogie, guys.
Okay, Richard. So, yes, I just say something about PSV. I mentioned it as well. They are free scoring. They look like a team that like to play offensive football. And do you think this will favor us now? Because what it means is that there are going to be spaces for people like Saka and Trossard or Martinelli if he's fit enough for the game to operate on the wings, and which gives us now enjoy playing with teams that give them that kind of freedom. Do you think? How do you think Arteta is going to approach this one, considering the way PSV plays?
Firstly, I think that the most important thing about the Champions League is clean sheets. And Arsenal at home, we haven't kept a single clean sheet. I actually believe that Raya may actually start this match simply because he kept a clean sheet against Everton. And that's valuable. I mean, because it's a basis for as good as Ramsdale has been, we have an issue with clean sheets, you know, and like I said, a clean sheet is always a basis for progress in the Champions League. So, and like you said, PSV rather, yes, they score a lot of goals. I mean, they invariably, when they play, they score. Thankfully, Xavi Simons and Cody Gakpo will not be factors tomorrow. I think Xavi Simons is on loan, and Cody Gakpo is no longer as So they do. Even the Madueke has left us also. They have other people, I know, but at least those are the three people that gave Arsenal a serious problem last time we played.
Yeah, they were very, very
they really gave them a serious headache. So they're no longer there. I haven't watched them this season, so I don't know who the new players are. But like I said, it's cup football, it's Champions League football. The basis for success is a clean sheet. That is almost, it sounds counterintuitive, but it's almost as important as scoring.
Exactly.
You know? It's almost as important as scoring, because think about it now. You're better off keeping a clean sheet than I don't know than losing and not keeping a clean sheet. So it's a basis for a good result. If we keep a clean sheet, we'll probably win. Let me put it like that.
Yeah, I think I understand what you're saying, and yeah, it makes sense because we have been struggling to do that, especially at the Emirates.
At home.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been like that since last season. Arsenal, though we tend to win the games, but we always concede. It's almost guaranteed as guaranteed to win that we also going to concede. And for a bogey team like Chioma mentioned, like PSV, they want to give them that head start. They want to give them that chance to score any goal because you don't know how they are going to defend. But I believe our defense this season, the way we approach the games this season, is a little bit different from what we saw last season. We tend to be a little bit more controlled and more matured in possession. And with Declan Rice's mobility in that midfield, is a little bit more mobile than Thomas Partey. And I see him look a little bit more conservative as well. So it's easier for him to shield the defense than, because he can get around quicker. The other players too, the other Arsenal players are looking like they're a little bit more sensitive to counter-attacks than before. So I believe defensively, Arsenal should be able to set up in a way that we don't give away spaces because these guys, they are fast-paced and they score goals for fun. And back to what Chioma was saying about the keeping position. I also believe that Ramsdale will be in goal tomorrow on Wednesday because Arteta strikes me as a person that likes to reward loyalty. All those players that fought to qualify Arsenal for Champions League last season, I don't think he's going to, except barring any drop in performance or maybe a disciplinary issue, I don't see him dropping Ramsdale for Arsenal's first Champions League game after returning for 6 years. So I believe Ramsdale will be in goal for Arsenal on Wednesday, except there's something that has happened in the team that we don't know about. And Arteta, we know, doesn't mess around with when it comes to breaking rules. We've not had any news that anything like that happened. But, Arsenal too, you don't hear nothing until or after ages. So I believe Arsenal should win this game. Is it going to be easy? No. Is it going to be a walk in the park? No, it could be, but I don't think it's going to be so. So this is a game that we need people like Saka, Odegaard, and whoever that is playing up front to be very efficient with our chances. It's not a game that you're going to miss chances and believe another one is going to come. We need to start in a front foot and put them under pressure, get our goals early, let them come out to try to attack us so we can have more space to operate. That's how I believe we should approach this game. And if we make it difficult, make it to be a tight game that, becomes a chase, a game of playing chess, then it's going to be difficult. And I wouldn't be surprised if it gets into that. That will be disgrace at the Emirates tomorrow. The fans are going to be up for it for sure. Everybody knows that it's going to be buzzing at the Emirates tomorrow. So we need the player and Arteta and his boys to be up for this one. I don't know if anybody has anything more to add to this game. So do you have any more thoughts? What's going to be who's going to be your key player you expect to be on it tomorrow to help us to win this game?
I feel in this game, our defensive midfielder, he needs to be on top. Whether it's Declan Rice, I think he's going to start. But let's say if Arteta goes with Jorginho, if he's gonna rest Declan for the NLD, bro, I don't know what's gonna happen. But our defensive midfielder needs to be on top of it, and our defensive line for sure. Because I was just seeing the record, like when they go away from home, in all the games they scored like 3 goals, 2 goals. I mean, they won all the games away from home, 3 goals, 4 goals, 5 goals. So it's gonna be really tough.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna.
I was just checking that out, so I feel it's not gonna be
hard.
an easy game, and I feel this is the most difficult fixture for us in the group stage. And if we get through this one, it's gonna be easier from there, because after this game we are going on to NLD, so yeah, it's gonna be tricky.
So Chioma, for you, which one or two players in Arsenal do you think has to be on it tomorrow to get on Wednesday to get us the? Sorry, guys.
I feel also we need to start
To
with
get us
Gabriel
the
Jesus,
3 points.
Like, because of like recently, I feel he's looking sharp now. Trossard needs to start for sure. And I feel Martinelli, he got injured. No?
Yes, yeah, in the game yesterday, but I don't know. They said, Arteta said he felt something when he started. I don't know if it's muscular. I don't know if it's just precautionary that he came off that game. So we don't know yet until tomorrow when he does his press conference. Then we'll find out if he's going to be available for the game or not.
And also, as Richard said, sorry to cut you, like if we can keep a clean sheet in this game, as I also mentioned, if we are on top of the defense, if we are on top of it, then there is nothing stopping us from getting these 3 points for sure. I'm sure.
Who are your two key performers that have to perform tomorrow for if you want to win this game?
I would say Trossard and Declan Rice.
Okay, Richard, do you have any two players that you think that have to perform at their optimum tomorrow to guarantee us a chance of winning the game?
Well, if we can keep a clean sheet, which is like, the minimum standard. If we keep a clean sheet, if Saka and Jesus have good games, we'll win the game.
Yeah,
if Jesus starts.
Yeah, me too. I think Saka has not impressed me this season. I believe if Saka can be...
We say that. He gave an assist.
He hasn't impressed
me. But
this
his goal,
season.
Man, his first goal, though, that was...
Yeah, he hasn't impressed me this season.
World class.
I need Saka to get back. I'm not saying he has played badly, but he hasn't played as good as he played last season.
I
agree. Something I want to explain to you, Reggie.
I'm expecting more for him, honestly.
Exactly.
But he hasn't been bad. Yeah, he hasn't been bad.
He hasn't been bad.
I'm expecting more.
I need the Saka of last season to come up tomorrow. Like Richard said, I know one of the reasons is because we've not had Jesus starting games for us because of his injury. I believe with Jesus, if he starts on Wednesday, Saka probably will have a good game. And if that happens, Arsenal will win this game. And this is what has been happening to us in the Emirates. When teams attack us and score, because of Jesus and Saka and Martinelli, we always score teams. So if he is on it tomorrow, on Wednesday, and Jesus is on it, I believe Arsenal will win the game. I don't care, because it's going to go to a point where PSV will be worried more about their defense than attacking us, and that will give us more space to attack them and and do damage. So that's my two key players I need to be on it tomorrow. And the reason why I said this is because I trust Saliba and Gabriel to always give their 9/10 performance they do week in, week out. Ben White, of course, we know he doesn't smile. He doesn't have time. Yeah, so those guys are guaranteed 8, 9 every week in, week out. So I need Jesus and Arteta to perform.
I don't trust Gabriel the way I trust Saliba. That's me.
Yeah, there are two different kind of defenders, but one
is very risky.
Yeah, one thing you can say about Gabriel is he's on it. He's tenacious. He's ready. He wants to, do things. There are some players that you don't really know what they come into the pitch to do. But Gabriel, he might make mistakes, but he's always ready for the fight. So and with that, I don't think we should worry much about our defense. We need our front players to do bits and put opponents under pressure for us not to have too much pressure behind us. So, guys, viewers, don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so. Let us know what you think about these games. What's your opinion about what we have discussed about these games? United traveling all the way to Germany to face Bayern Munich in their first game of the Champions League this season. City is going to be at home to rest up Belgrade. And, of course, Newcastle have a very tricky fixture, traveling to Italy to play AC Milan, the last season's semi-finalist at the San Siro Stadium. We know AC Milan has history in this competition. And Arsenal, of course, at home will be hosting PSV, a very familiar customer to Arsenal fans, to the Emirates, a very stubborn one indeed. So let us know what you think about these games, what that outcome is going to be. I think at this point, let's take our official predictions individually for for these games, starting with AC Milan hosting Newcastle. Chioma, what's your prediction? Give us your prediction.
AC Milan 2, Newcastle 1.
Let me write it down.
Yes. Are we winning anything?
We'll find out at the end.
Don't play with me.
If I say AC Milan, oh shit, where's my pen? AC Milan 2, Newcastle 1. Okay.
1. If they play Wilson.
Okay, sir. What's your prediction about this game?
2-2.
2-1?
Or 2-2, like 2-2.
Okay, 2-2.
No, 2-1.
I'm just thinking differently.
Richard.
2-0 AC Milan.
Wow. That's not fair.
And for me, I will predict AC Milan will beat Newcastle 3-1.
Reggie, even you.
Yeah.
Newcastle, it's not handball.
Newcastle will find it difficult in this one. They've not impressed me this season. They are playing like cowards. Then we go to City against Leicester.
That's a tough one.
It's a draw. It's a draw. Whatever they do is a draw.
This one
Make me happy.
This one is a wishful prediction.
Really?
That's a wishful prediction. I'm not going to. Try write this one down.
I'm telling you, it's a draw.
Okay, what's the score? What's the score?
I wouldn't even be saying the score. So whatever they do, they draw.
No,
0 draw, 1 draw.
Okay, I'll put a 1-1 draw.
What?
For you. 1-1. Right?
Well,
sir, what do you think is going to be the outcome? City
4-1, 4-2, 4-2.
Okay.
For what?
Wishful, just wishful.
4-2.
I just want them to, score something, and I know City will win.
Richard.
No.
3-0 City.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
All of you will be.
I predict this one 4-1. Then we go to Bayern.
Sorry, you didn't say who? You didn't say City 4, right? City 4, Red Star 1.
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to confirm.
Then we go to Bayern Munich hosting United at the Alliance Arena in Germany. Chioma, let's go.
Bayern 3 by one person, Harry Kane. United 1. Rashford.
Okay. So what's your prediction on this one?
Bayern 7-0. No, I'm just kidding, but I wish. I would say Bayern like 4-1.
4-1.
No.
Yeah. 4-1, 4-0, 4-1.
Richard.
I agree with you. I'm at 3-1. Although I won't predict any scorers.
Okay.
Thank you.
I think Bayern will win this one.
Scores
2-0.
No.
Yes.
All the way in Germany. Give them 1 goal.
Yeah, 2-0. United will try to make something up tomorrow. Then Arsenal at home to PSV. This is a tricky one. Let's go, guys. Come on. Now you guys want to predict with your head. No playing.
Don't play with me.
Mm-hmm.
Now you go. You go first.
You'll be going first. Let's go, Chioma.
No, I'm giving down my sports. I can give some of my sports.
Okay, so go.
I mean, clean sheet or not? 3 goals. 2-1.
3
2-1 to
goals.
us. 2-1 to us.
2-1. Okay.
Can I do 2 score lines for this game? Like
No, 1.
2-1 and 3-2.
No,
No?
1.
I have a feeling it could be one of the
1. Richard.
2-1. We won't keep a clean sheet.
2-1.
We won't keep it shit.
Yeah. Chioma, let's go.
We won't.
3-1.
Chioma, why did you steal my prediction?
I would actually
stole
change
it?
mine to 2-0. We'll keep a clean sheet.
Okay, 2-0. Okay.
Come on.
Come on, Gunners. And
Yeah.
I will see it's going to be a 3-1 for Arsenal.
Yeah, it is.
3-1. Okay, guys, we have come to the end of the show. We have seen, you have heard our predictions, our viewers. Let's know what you think is going to be the outcome of these games. And we wish all the English teams good luck on Tuesday and Wednesday, depending on when the teams play. I think City plays on Tuesday, and Newcastle play on Tuesday as well. Arsenal and United will be playing on Wednesday. We'll be giving you, we'll come back here on Thursday or Wednesday night to give you our review of these games and what we saw, watching these games. And we look forward to tasty fixtures. And of course, in the weekend, Arsenal fans, Thursday as well, we'll be previewing the game against Tottenham coming up this weekend. It's a very exciting weekend, exciting week for every Arsenal fan, starting with the win over Everton on Sunday yesterday. And we expect Arsenal to get the 3 points midweek and move on to grab another very important 3 points over the weekend against Tottenham Hotspur. Guys, thank you for coming to the show. I enjoy having you guys here, our viewers as well. I can see I enjoying all of us because our views and our watch and the numbers are going up, and we thank our viewers for supporting this cause. Don't forget, we are still on the project, 2,000 subscribers for this young channel, growing fast because you guys are supporting us, and we really appreciate you. And Chioma, thank you for always coming and making the room lively, the baby of the house, the jewel of the channel. Sir, good to have you. I can testify that the numbers of our viewers in India is going up by the minute. And I think your people back home are glad to see you on the show. Thank you for coming and supporting our cause. Richard, always representing back home in Nigeria. Happy to have you. Thank you, guys. And see you in the next 48 hours, hopefully with the 3 points in the bag. Bye.
Let's go, Gunners.
Man.
Let's win.
Bye, guys.
Bye.